The number one thing that's going to increase your vibration and get you more in tune with the universe. It's not the law of attraction. It's not raising your vibration through meditation. It's not even affirmations or crystals or light tools or singing bowls or anything like that. Are you ready? I'm going to cut right to the chase. It's humility. This is the exact act of you letting go, surrendering, and repeating the process. If you know you're doing it right, you will be in that humility. You will get humiliated over and over again, which is you letting the higher self take control. Now, yes, the ego, the lower self, always thinks what you know best, right? Oh, I really want this thing. I really want to go do that. And you don't know until you know, right? You don't know what's going to happen until you actually follow through and do that thing. Now, this has happened in my life many, many times. And to be honest with you, I was humiliated yesterday in a way that I totally thought I had everything in control, and I found myself sunken in the ground and completely trapped and caught in the mud, and I had to ask for help. I had to get an opportunity to send to the universe and let go and surrender completely to the fact that I couldn't get myself out of that situation. Therefore, I opened up, and guess what happened? The magic, the universe, the energy responded, and there was aid in the form of a neighbor helping me get out of the mud. It was a beautiful experience. If you're following me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. You know, this is happening over and over again to the point where you have to allow this energy to come into your life. If you don't, you're just stuck in that lower self, right? Stuck in the ego, controlling life all the time. This is literally blocking you from that magic, from that universal energy. You have to be humiliated in order to fully connect with that universe. This is the biggest and best thing that actually brings you closer to God, closer to that universe, closer to that magic that you're tapping into with the higher self. Now, I know I talk about a lot about letting go and surrendering, and those are just words until you actually experience this. And humility is that result that you get through this process, which brings you completely in line with the power of the higher self, with the power of the universe. And this is a very beautiful process. You know, it's very uncomfortable in the beginning. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. This is something that is new to a lot of people because you get caught in the law of attraction, you get caught in these new age techniques, and you get caught in this like fake positivity, right? Thinking everything should be positive. Everything should be rainbows and butterflies and should be happening for you, and you should be manifesting effortlessly and everything's just beautiful, right? Well, that's usually not the case. Right? Life happens. That's the question, is what are you doing about the reaction to life? That's really where the good stuff is. Are you still putting in all that effort and control? That's a contraction, right? That's a restriction of the energy. That's a very tight limitation of what you could be experiencing if you simply just let go, surrender, and repeat. Get into that humility and open yourself up to the answers from the universe. It's not going to come from your intellect. It's not going to come from your mind at all. I'm talking about going beyond the mind, going beyond these limitations of what you think you are, because you're not this body. If you haven't figured this out yet, you are not your body. You are not these thoughts. You are so much more than that. You are infinite consciousness wrapped up in human form. Now, humility is something that you can control, right? You have that choice to either control every little aspect of your life, and right when you think it's going in the right direction, the universe is going to throw a wrench right in that wheel all over again. This is going to happen, I guarantee it. The only difference is how are you reacting to it versus trying to control and put even more effort and more control and more effort. Doesn't that sound exhausting? I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Now, the only other solution, again, is let go, surrender, and repeat. Open yourself up to this divine energy. The magic exists beyond your mind, beyond these limitations of the body. Beautiful, fresh energy and prana is pouring into me in this moment. I'm sending that energy to you. This is a real thing. You can tap into this. Get beyond that third dimension. Get beyond time, beyond space, beyond those limitations of the third D physical realm. Right? You are the fifth dimension. You are beyond time, beyond space. You are beyond all of those limitations that your mind is putting on you. Whatever your belief system dictates is the output of the energy that you are experiencing. So practice humility. This is the exact technique that will allow you to open up even more, go beyond those limitations of the mind, go beyond those limitations that were placed in your belief system so you can transcend them to get to the next level. Now, I'm not saying this is easy. Humility is something that will tear you down, right? It'll chisel out those imperfections. It'll bring the ego down to that level where you understand that's exactly where you need to be. That's where the upgrade is going to happen. Not you trying to be on the top of this totem pole and play God and control everything all the time. No. That always comes back down to free will. You'll notice that you always have free will. Everything comes back to free will. The universe is always going to give you free will and always give you what you want. Always. Never forget that. The universe always gives you what you want. So if you're controlling everything and you've got it all figured out, the universe is just going to sit back and say, cool, he or she's got it figured out. Awesome. I'm just going to sit back and do my thing. Meanwhile, you're just focused on everything and stuck in that contraction, stuck in that restriction of energy. Isn't that so tight? Doesn't that feel just awkward? Why not open yourself? Why not expand your cup? Go beyond these limitations of the self. Go beyond these limitations that were placed in your mind. I'm telling you, you can do this. Humility is the number one tool that will go beyond any other practice, beyond joy, beyond bliss, into this highest vibration, which is you tapping into the universe itself. Now go beyond all of those things that you had. Right? Think about what you were controlling, whether it was the relationship you're manifesting, that new job, the thing that you want, whatever you're after, whatever your desire system is. Humility is the thing, the practice to get you in tune with that doorway, that opportunity that's going to present itself, which is going to allow you to get to the next level, to manifest that thing even faster than you would if you were controlling every little thing. Right? You'll notice that the universe always brings something better into your life than what you thought was possible. It's actually really cool. I can look back on all the things in my life and everything, down to the exact characteristics of my soulmate, down to where I live, everything that I do is completely beyond what I thought was possible. If you were to ask me 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, honestly, that I'd be sitting here making YouTube videos and being in nature, just the thought of it is crazy, because there's so many upgrades that are happening that I just can't keep up anymore. Honestly, I stopped questioning everything, and I find myself in that humility, in that letting go process almost daily, and these upgrades are just happening, and I'm just playing catch up, right? The ego, the Robert, the self here is just playing catch up. That's it. Because I can barely keep up with this energy that is coming in tune with my body. It's a beautiful process as long as you're in tune with the higher self, right? Saying no to the lower self. Remember, you are not your mind. You are not these thoughts. You're not even this body. Go deeper than that. Meditation is the exact tool to help you understand and practice discernment on which voice that you're listening to. Which voice are you being guided by? That deep intuition that is fulfilling the most expansive part of yourself? Or is it that mind that is leading you to the survival, to the body, to the ego, to the matrix, right? We are way beyond that in 2020. Let's go even deeper into the higher self, practice humility, tap into the most optimal timeline, create this new earth, and have a beautiful, blissful experience right here. Thank you all for being here. I want to give a shout out to the Inner Circle members, shout out to everybody on the Patreon page. Sincere gratitude from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you feel like joining, if you want to answer the call and join the High Vibe Tribe, click in the description. You'll find the link to join us. It is a beautiful place to be. You can join us on the Signal app, a complete encrypted server where nobody can find us, where we can get beyond this censorship and talk about the real stuff and join other people already on the spiritual path. Thanks again, everybody. I love each and every one of you. Until next time, namaste, infinite love, infinite peace.